Meanwhile, the city of Johannesburg continuing to receive heavy rains. Emergency services reporting a drowning incident that saw 2 people dying as 4 women were swept away in a flash flood. The victims were part of a group conducting a cleansing ceremony. Ziniko Mhlaba reports.
The city of Johannesburg has been experiencing some heavy rains in the past 5 days. However, the country's infrastructure, especially in informal settlements and some townships in and around Soweto and surrounding areas, have felt the blight of these heavy rains, with roads and, of course, some bridges taking a strain following these heavy rains. Let's get a sense of how the situation is here in the city of Johannesburg, and, of course, what measures does the city of Johannesburg have in place to ensure that the infrastructure is also protected, but also the lives of South Africans are also, saved through safety measures which the residents can apply during those emergency moments. I'm joined now by the City of Johannesburg Emergency Management Services, Ntate Mulaudzi. Ntate Mulaudzi, thank you very much for taking time out to speak to us. The past 5 days have been affected, have been experiencing a couple of rains, or some rainfalls in City of Johannesburg, Soweto, Alexander. Talk to us about what has been the trend that you are noticing and how are you gearing up to ensure that, the people on the ground do survive and do have those safety measures in place in case these heavy rains become devastating.
Yes, thank you very much for the opportunity. Yes, what we have witnessed is that most of the time when it's raining, we see our motorists being stranded. Most of them, they get stranded because they try to drive through bridges or roads which are flooded. In the process, the vehicles might be trapped inside. I mean, we've had a number of incidents where our aquatic rescue unit, which is our specialized unit which responds to water-related emergencies, has to respond to rescue the occupants of, a number of motorists who were trapped while they are traveling to various destinations. So our message is that motorists must avoid crossing, low-lying bridges and also roads which might be flooded. And also our residents who normally conducts baptisms and rituals. Now they are tempted now, because the water levels are much more higher. They are tempted to visit our river streams to go and conduct, baptism and cleansing rituals, which might be very dangerous because the water levels are much more higher. While they are busy conducting these rituals, people might be washed away. So our message to say, let's stay away from these areas now that we're still having a lot of rainfall. The water levels are much more higher, and the current of the water in most of our river streams is much more stronger. And also the young kids, most of our informal settlements, our residents are residing along river streams like Jackskay, Kalfontein and Klep Valley river streams. So you'll find out that kids might be tempted to go and play next to these areas, which, in the process they might, actually drown in those areas. So those are some of the messages which we are trying to make sure that as and when we get an opportunity in our social media platform, television, radio, we're giving out this information so that our residents try and, exercise caution. And of course, our motorists, as they drive, we're encouraging them to, exercise caution, make sure that they extend the safe following distance, and also try and avoid crossing areas which are flooded. So far in the city, we have not yet recorded like major incidents where we had to evacuate people, especially in our mostly our vulnerable communities, our informal settlements. However, we've got our disaster management monitoring teams in all 7 regions of the city who are monitoring to say, as and when there's a need for us to evacuate people, we can be able to evacuate.
That's Mr. Robert Mulaudzi for Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405. I'm Ziniko Mhlaba in Florida.